Good morning. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to need a sound check because still trying to figure out technology here. I had to get Robert 9 minutes ago to remember to come make sure this was all synced. Somebody, Bert, tell me you can hear me. Yay. Okay, good. Thank you, Joanne. All right, let me get all my good mornings to Rhonda. Rhonda's always first. Joanne, Patty, Heather, Shannon. Yay, good. All right. Another Wednesday. Another Wednesday. Y'all, my poor son. He's going to be 21 next month, and his girlfriend's little brother accidentally slammed a car door on his finger and broke it 3 weeks ago, and it didn't heal right. So yesterday he had to have surgery to re-break it and put pins in it. So he's a little pitiful right now, but I'm not sure if he's awake or not yet. But it's, hey, no matter how old they get, mama's going to be there. Make sure, everything goes fine and he wakes up fine and, he feels support. But it's not a pretty picture, let me tell you. So that was my day yesterday. We didn't get home till early a little mid-afternoon. So it was, oh, you never get used to that though. But, he was hilarious when he woke up. His girlfriend was with me and he just kept giggling when he got out of surgery and asking us the same thing over and over and over. He probably won't remember any of it. But I think it's funny watching the videos, but I would never do that to him, when other people record videos of just how hilarious they are. But let me see what else is going on. Good morning, Scott and Christina. I think we've got a dinner date coming up this weekend, right? For our little YouTuber reseller, East Tennessee, whatever they decided to call it, meetup. Hopefully Cher's going to be there with her husband. Maybe somebody new. I heard somebody new might be showing up. So yeah, thank you guys. He'll appreciate it, but he's in for a long, I think they said it's going to be like 12 weeks of care and all of that. So yeah. Yep. So let's see. I had a comment. Let's just start it with a comment on YouTube that somebody said, and see, Robert was telling me this. I haven't looked at my comments yet this morning, but said that for those of us that have started using the new video upload on eBay, that they lost like half of theirs. Good morning.
Good morning. I didn't hear you at first, but I had my own.
Your own technical difficulties.
Yeah, my own thing was turned off for some reason.
Oh, I was just telling them
today. I almost made it.
That's good. Good. No, it's just expected. I'm gonna talk for a few minutes, and then Elizabeth will show up, and then we'll talk a little bit longer, and then Lori will show up.
That's our MO.
I was telling them somebody left a comment on my video that they have been using the video uploader with eBay, and they went to check last night because somebody sent them a question that they couldn't find the video, and when she went and checked, like half of the videos that she had uploaded had been removed by eBay. So if you have been using that, go check your videos, make sure that see, I haven't been doing that. I've just been uploading the video and going on, and I guess eBay decides whether they find your video acceptable or not. And they could decline it. So I think the few that I've done since I got thrown into this new listing page, I'm going to go ahead and load them on my YouTube channel, this channel, the toy testing one, just so I have a backup. You know, if eBay decides they don't like it, then I can at least still load, you know, the YouTube video.
Does eBay
But
give a reason why it was taken off?
I think, let me go look at my comment. I told them I hadn't even looked at comments this morning. Wednesdays, it's like, you know, I got all this stuff I want to get done before the show, and I don't always get to my comments. My videos disappeared. The ones that you upload through the listing page, about 15 are gone. I had not realized this. 2 had a message not approved, but they never told her why. Just refer me to policies, you know, that we know when we read those policies, it's like the Vero. Sometimes you don't even know what you got the Vero on, but you got the Vero.
Right.
But yeah, hers are for musical type toys and plush. Music boxes are interactive toys. And again, sometimes I wonder if it doesn't get approved because of the music that's being played, which is the reason why we're posting it, is to show that the music plays.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna
that,
guess that that's the reason. Maybe you're allowed a certain number of seconds, and maybe it went on too long. I don't know, because I know that's the case with YouTube videos. You know, you can get away with a certain number of seconds of a tune before you are considered in violation.
yeah, because I've watched the crazy lamp lady, and she says, I'm just going to keep talking so I drowned out the music behind me. So if it sounds like I'm rambling, it's just because I'm trying to, not get the hit. But yeah.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Hello,
So
ladies.
you found what you were looking for.
It was my fault all along because it shouldn't have gotten listed. I don't know if I did it or Chris did it, but
Well,
it
for the
was in a
benefit of the
pile.
audience, catch everybody
Oh,
up
yeah.
with what's
So
been
I
happening.
had a panic attack yesterday because I went to ship and there was no SKU number.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened in months. But I had a pile of jeans next to my desk that I wanted to rephotograph. And somehow those got relisted without being rephotographed. I didn't know they were listed. So I'm like, wait a second. I have that pile of jeans I needed. Because I searched. I tried everything. This is all the more reason why you guys why we should keep a spreadsheet of items, because eBay goes back only 90 days. And yes, I'm certain there's a way to figure it out, but nobody has time for that. Right?
Well, but so it was a pair of jeans, and
Mm-hmm.
so if they were listed and sold, but so I don't understand the whole why the 90 days figured into it.
Because after 90 days, your items, is it 90 days or however long, when your item relists or is it 30 days, however.
Every 30, yeah.
So but it only keeps track of your sales for 90 days, meaning I was trying to see
If you had already sold
if
it.
I had already sold it or if I had listed it, like seeing what I had listed it
Like, did it
with,
get relisted accidentally?
so that I could
Something
cross
you'd
check
already
it.
sold. Gotcha.
And do you know what I'm saying? Like to cross check, okay, I listed all of these and this would have been the date, because everything has a beginning date for me because I relisted everything. So I know when that date is, but is just over the 90 days. So I couldn't see how I listed it. That makes any sense whatsoever.
No, it does. You were trying to make sure you hadn't already sold it.
And or find the inventory that it was in too. So, but I didn't need an inventory because it didn't have an inventory number because it wasn't supposed to be listed.
But
You might want to try to sort and make sure you don't have any more of them.
I did.
Yep.
Right away.
I know.
Lickety split.
Being terrible. She's commenting to us yesterday, sending us messages, and I was like, "Girl, you just redid everything. You're not supposed to lose it."
Right? I'm like, I know. You should have seen my face. When Chris asked, he's like, what's this? Why is there no SKU? I looked at him, I said, on Poshmark? And he said, eBay. I said, there's no SKU. My whole soul left my body. Like, no. But they were right in a pile. And I did. I went and scanned to make sure there was nothing else with no SKU numbers. So thank the Lord.
Well, with the new listing tool, I would swear there have been a couple of times when I'm doing listings and there was no place for it. Like, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't put in a SKU. Where, I mean, it could have just been me, but I don't know. I think I know where it is now. It's always like at the bottom of the item.
Bottom of the item specifics. There's a lot of people that I pointed in that direction when they
Yeah.
changed it. They couldn't find the SKU. But on your computer now, it's
It's
still
right
up
by your title.
right by your title. It's not, you don't have to find it. But yeah, so now it's down all the way at the bottom of the item specifics, which makes loads of sense, doesn't it? Loads.
No, because, well, why? On my page, it's like the third thing I got to do. You know, I do my
Exactly.
pictures, I do my title, I
Exactly.
do my SKU, because that's
Exactly.
the most important thing.
I
But
think
yeah,
that's how they get you to get into the item specifics. They're like, oh, we're going to get these. They're going to do item specifics.
Could be.
You want to find your item? But that's it. It's the third thing that yeah, pretty much. That goes in right away. And is in fact, when I do my multiple listings, like I'll bring up the multiple listing tool. And so for all of like these little guys, I had a bunch of those Royal Dalton girls. So I brought up a bunch of, drafts on the multiple listing tool. And there's no place to put your SKU in there when you're doing it. You have to break down every single one, and open it and go in and put your SKU. So I have to put it in the title as I'm going through and making my drafts. It's nuts. I still have it. Yeah. It's a really important thing that we need. Like,
yes. And that's,
accessible.
I hate to say it, but this is why I cannot give up my spreadsheet, because
Yeah,
every once
I
in a
don't blame
while
you.
I go over there and it's the wrong, I've forgotten to change it when I'm doing, sell similar. And I'm like, I go call Robert. And I was like, can you go look on my spreadsheet to see where I really put it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is all the more reason to keep a spreadsheet. So have I started one? No. But I'm telling you, I think that I don't know. I'm going to try and figure out. So I think where I'm at now is pretty good. I think if I start getting more and more and more, if I think then it's important to have List Perfectly or a separate spreadsheet.
So Rebel, you have your own, right? Or do you use List Perfectly as your spreadsheet?
She has her own.
I have my own. I have used the same one. Well, since Robert and I got married, and he told me I shouldn't be using paper notebooks, because that's how I used to do it.
That's how I started too.
That
was a really hard habit to break too this time around. Really hard habit to break, that paper.
But yeah,
sorry, Elizabeth, I cut you off.
Just very, very basic, but it has everything I need, because I don't use sell similar off other people's listings, which, I see the benefit of that, but I just can't make myself do it. And then, I just copy and paste, drink my coffee in the morning, and it's copy and paste, just everything that I did the day before. So this old, I can't even think of the saying right now. Can't teach a old dog new tricks. That's me. That's me.
But here's the thing. You don't lose stuff. Where, like that extra step. It's important. It's important.
Yeah, I really need to start a spreadsheet just for nothing else, to show like when stuff comes in, I need to go ahead and put it in so that I can write down what I spent on it if I buy. So, I mean, a lot of my stuff, I didn't buy it, which is, fine, but I don't know. I don't even really know where to start unless like Google Sheets or something. I was wondering if anybody watching has used the Ginger Marvin one, because I know they offer it for free, like a free download.
I downloaded it, Lizzie, and I was planning on using it, but then that's when I decided, you know what, if you're good where you're at. However, I'm not. I should have it. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. It's pretty thorough, and everything is there. It's just, like I said, that extra step that nobody wants to do. And, I would love to think that eBay does that for us, but they just don't. They just don't. Things change, and to have that solid, here I am, what I paid for, what it is, everything, I think is a good thing.
Yeah, my biggest regret, though, is included with the custom SKU. In the custom SKU was what I paid for it.
Joanne just said, which I think somebody said this to me yesterday, one of you girls. Didn't you say that something about my spreadsheet, about the eBay?
You can download it.
Download it, right? And then that'll tell me. That's
I was just in your report. I said just download and print out your reports, your monthly reports.
And I have such a hard time doing that. I don't know why. I don't know what.
I think Robert does it once in a while just to, that's how he gets my, how much did I sell under, $8.99 and all of that stuff. He just downloads reports and moves stuff around and categorizes it and then just spits me out numbers.
I gotta remind myself.
Sue said she uses that spreadsheet and it's really easy.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good. The for Ginger Marvin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. It's pretty good.
Yep. Joanne says you can download it. Yep. And plus, like Robert says, when he started us selling clothes, blah, blah, but he has formulas in there so that all I end up doing after he's done everything is copy and paste like 2 places, and it's got all my information I need. I don't have to think other than go look up and see what price I want to set it at. So that's the good thing about spreadsheets and a husband that knows how to work them.
I don't know crap about them. I have such a hard time downloading my stuff from eBay. It's just
that would be how I am.
Yeah,
that would be.
I have no idea how to save a file on my computer. I don't know what I'm doing with this computer, by the way, still, but I can turn it on and get on here.
Exactly. Most important thing.
That's it. We're good. So how have y'all's sales been this week?
Mine's been good. Good. Until yesterday. I was like,
oh no. I don't think I sold anything yesterday. I had this goofy sale this morning. It's so ridiculous because it's a book and because my strategy for competing with like thrift books and stuff, because they will do like $4.50-ish, $4 to $5 free shipping. Well, right. I can't afford that, but I'm not concerned about, I just kind of at this point still just want to keep sales going. So my thing is I will price it at usually like $3 and then like $3 shipping or $3.50. So the total is still more, but it's still kind of psychologically, but I always have offers open on everything. So this book, I literally had it listed at $3 plus shipping, and I get an offer on it for $2. And I'm like, really? I'm not going to come back at $2.50. I'm like, yes, whatever.
Oh, wait. I took $1.50 off for this week.
Oh my God. Rebel.
I just wanted it go. And it was like that. It was listed for like $4. It was one of my books from when I was teaching.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's been listed, no lie, probably 10 years.
Wow.
Literally 10 years. And I'm like, okay, you're gone.
I will pay you to take this.
It's funny. And then the other day, it seems like it's weird how things will go in streaks. Like sometimes I'll just sell all books, and then all of a sudden I sold 2 toy lots in a row, different buyers, but just, and then a Christmas yard ornament. Well, so the yard ornament was not super heavy. It was under 3 pounds, but I had to, buy a 3-pound label, but it was just kind of long. So I ended up mailing it UPS, but the buyer had marked priority mail, but it was going to be $26. And I had taken an offer. I only had like 15 on it. Plus I had put $8 shipping. I knew it was going to be a little more, but I didn't think it'd be that much more. So they sent me an offer for 10, and I was like, oh, okay. So, 15 is what they sent me. And yet priority mail was going to be $26. So I was like, okay, I can't do that. And wait, was it 15 or 18? No, 18 was what they sent me altogether. So $10 plus $8 shipping. Anyway, I sent him a message. I didn't even say, is this okay? I just said, this is going to be coming UPS. I looked to make sure it was a physical address. I said, this is going to be coming UPS. because I've severely underestimated, what the shipping would cost. And thankfully, though, when I got into the UPS store, I could see all the way to the back, and the UPS guy was loading the truck. And it was the same day, like they had paid for it, and I got it there. And hopefully they'll be so excited that they get it so fast that they won't be worried that it didn't come through the post office. But I try not to worry too much if they, if it says buyer selected, if the buyer selects something that they didn't pay for, then I'm
Right.
ignoring
I've had
it.
that happen too, where I'm like, okay, mister. But if they select it, don't they automatically get charged that?
Well, not in
No.
my case, because I just charge a flat rate.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay,
calculated,
gotcha.
yes.
I wonder how come the options are there then.
That's a
weird.
good question. That's a good question.
You might want to check. Yeah, that's really weird.
But
Like I said, eBay is giving options for stuff that don't matter.
Yeah, occasionally,
Constantly.
like if I sell a book and someone will say, "Will you?" Or a movie, I've had people send me a separate message and say, "Will you send this first class instead of media?" And if they ask me specifically, then I will, because it's not that much difference if it's between first class and media. But otherwise, if it's something big like that, it was just going to be crazy to send it through the post office.
Yep.
That's my story.
Dimensions. It was probably Dimensions, Elizabeth. Did you have
to?
Yeah, that's the problem. If it's bigger than a priority box, don't do flat rate ever.
Okay. That's one of the only things I had.
Yes.
It was 24 inches long by like 15, and then it was only like 4 inches deep.
Yeah, like but you hit that 24 inch, that charges you the extra $4 or whatever.
Is that what it is? I thought it was if you go over. It's if you go over 24 or 24.
I think it's
a combined. 24. I think it's and I think also, is it 24 just the length?
The length is going to get you the $4 surcharge.
Right.
And then, but yeah, it also is all of it.
Okay.
For other things. Oh, Robert's saying maybe it's 22. I don't remember.
Oh. Well, let's look this up here. What is it called?
Might be 22. Because I've had a couple of those popcorn, those popcorn ornament thingies, melted popcorn thingies that were like right at 21 inches. Mm-hmm. And I had to really
22, Robert.
It is 22. Yep.
Okay. Parcel shipped impact.
Oh yeah, you got automatically hit with the $4.
Yeah.
Yep. Rhonda
okay,
said.
So here's the one that I was thinking of. It's the one that if its length exceeds more than $30, or I'm sorry, 30 inches, it will be subject to a $15 surcharge. So anything 22 inches is at $4, right?
And think about it. It's those golf clubs that everybody got hit with. And the tube is only like 4 inches on each of the small sizes, but it's that 30 inch.
Right.
They had to quit using USPS when you want to ship a golf club.
Well, I'm fresh out of them, so I think we're
yeah. I think Robert picked up one and it's still somewhere buried. Right now, this is a disaster again.
I don't even want to show you it's so bad in here right now that I want to cry.
You have to tell everybody about the Boyd's Bears. The others.
So I sold I had a big lot of little guys. I think there was like 20 of them. Let's look. And I had this lady contact me and ask me if I had any more smaller bears with tags. And they were the Boyd's Bears TF Wuzzies miniatures, which I thought I had here. I have one actually. I found one after, of course, when I was going through them. But they're these, and I had a lot of 28 of these, and I sold them for $150. Right? The lady contacted me and asked me if I had any more, and I said yes, and she said she would like 100 bears, and she'll pay $10 a piece for them, and they're going to South Korea. So I said, I got it. Yes, ma'am. I will do that. So I put a box of 100 Boyd's Bears together, and I still got more if anyone's interested. and they're off to South Korea for $1,000.
$1,000.
And it was $214 to ship it. So, and they paid that. Bye. So that was that. And here's the thing that I did. So they contacted me and asked me to contact them through Instagram. I said, well, let's deal with this listing that you bought from me, this sale, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll talk about the other sale. But I'm going to put it through eBay. I'm going to create the listing on eBay and you have to buy it through there. So I got a hold of them on Instagram and then we worked out what they wanted. I went to eBay, made the listing. And then that's how I protected myself and not do any, because I don't want to do anything. I don't want to take the transaction. It wouldn't be taking the transaction, but it would be. There's like that fine line, I already, they took care of this one, but I got another one. And some people might have done it. I just, you know what? The protection and my account is, we'll just go through eBay and pay that $100 and some odd to them for the, to do the transaction. Because there's all kinds of bad things that can happen, taking it out of eBay, and it's just not worth it to me. I mean, not that I'm into those bears $1 billion, but I'm into my eBay store $1 billion, and I don't want to lose that. And I don't know how that would have worked, but at the same time, I feel better having them, Would you guys have done that? Just made
I
your
would have kept
listing?
everything on eBay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
All right. Good. Yeah, I was thinking, because I'm like, well, this isn't, but then it's like, no, you're better off. You're just better off, And then what if there's a dispute or it doesn't get to her? I don't want to rip anybody off, because sorry, Charlie, but, and vice versa. And then it's just, so I kept it on eBay and I yes. So I'm very excited about that.
That's a big boost in store.
It is
totals too. That's awesome.
I'm telling you, this month has really been great. But my other stuff has been selling too. Outside of the bears, I've been having very good sales. So I think I should do some kind of a what sold maybe for the month. It's a really good one. It's a lot of fun stuff and a lot of stuff you wouldn't expect too, on top of the stinking bears. But a lot of cool stuff. What do you guys want? My cat and dog are going crazy this morning. Let me move them out of here.
So you guys were talking about your mess. I took so my husband has 5 days off coming up. And one of the things we're going to do, because my birthday is right at the end of it, I said, for my birthday, I want you to help me put up my little free library, because I have the stuff all except for a post. And I think I told y'all that the other day. So the other thing that just has to get done is I have to get better organized. And I'm to the point now where I'm so full in my garage, even though I made table space, the stuff that I put on the tables is mostly all listed, but I don't know how to put it somewhere and to organize it. So it's just spread out on the table. And I just have
these boxes right here. Go buy yours. You have these?
Yeah, but they're
just
almost
put them together, or you can order them. They're really cheap from Walmart too.
Okay.
Walmart.com. You can buy I think there's a pack of 10 for $20, something like that. It's goofy.
My problem is that I'm just at the limit of my space. I didn't even go to all those book sales I was going to go to last week. I went to one.
Yeah, you do. Fun. Books do take up a lot of space too.
Yeah,
right?
and I
maybe
said, you know what? I'm not going to go to the other two because it's just not fun to go and shop when I know I don't have any place to put it. I need to deal with what I have and I need to organize it. So we have this detached garage that is kind of like when we first bought this house, we got married, I was a scrapbook consultant. And so that's kind of been my scrapbook studio. Then when my mom died, I brought home a bunch of her paper and stuff, and it kind of got all stacked up. So I haven't been able to really get to my scrapbook stuff in several years. So then add insult to injury. There's like a big pegboard in one room, and it fell off the wall, and it fell down over all this stuff. And I'm just I go in there to get something and I'm just have blinders on. So I said to my husband the other day, because he was home Monday, and I said, have you been out there lately? He's like, no. I said, come out here. Let me just show you. Because he went and he got some shelves. You said I need shelves. He has somewhere he got, I guess, from his dad. I forget how many he said. He's got 8 or 12 shelving units that need shelves. They're wooden. He's gonna build shelves, but they're like presswood, but they're pretty good. They're heavy. Anyway, he brought one over Monday to show me, and I was like, yeah, this would be good, but where are we gonna put them? Because I have this one room. The detached garage is 3 rooms. I have 2 of them, and he has 1 of them, and then there's a bathroom. It was like made into a mother-in-law apartment. So I took him out there and I said, okay, before I open the door, it's an episode of Hoarders in here. It really is. It is. And so he walks in and he was just like, okay, and I'm like, where do we even start? Because if we start pulling stuff out, it's going to take more than a day to rehaul it, to rehab it. But I don't have any place to put the stuff, even. I mean, it's kind of getting past the rainy season now, but there's no guarantee that if you pull it out in the morning, it's not going to rain on it in the afternoon while you're still working. So I am just been in this quandary of like not even wanting to start. I'm so overwhelmed. But we kind of talked it out. And I think if he brings up 3 more sets of shelves that in the middle of this room, which is now just full of stuff stacked on the floor, if I pull all of that out, and then should be enough room to put 2 sets back to back, and then 2 more sets beside it to make like 1 row, so that there's 4 shelves and they're all facing outward, because they are shelves that have a back. They're not like pass-through metal shelves. They're wooden shelves. Anyway, y'all pray for me that I can do this physically able to get
You
this
will.
done.
You will. And it'll feel so good once you do it too.
But
it will.
I've got
once you get started.
Yeah. I have to stop bringing stuff in until I get rid of some of the stuff.
You do.
I absolutely do. So I was good. There were 3 book sales I could have gone to. I only went to 1, and I only brought 2 little like half bags of stuff home. So I did not overwhelm myself with what I brought home. So anyway.
Well, I'm telling you, I can't go to the thrift. I can't buy anything. I just can't. I'm squeezed to the max. And actually, I guess it could be where stuff is selling, though. I am selling stuff. So it's not like it's just staying. But I think that I'm going to try to go the rest of the year just on the stuff that I have, and just keep listing away and try not to just keep keeping on, we'll see.
Yep.
I got a hankering to get me one of them ThreadUp purses box, those, or them shoes box. I'm thinking about it.
Shoes aren't too bad.
Shoes I can fly. Girl, I remember the one last box that I got from ThreadUp. I did all of the photos and all of the listings sitting here talking, taking pictures next to my desk, and they're quick. I am so I'm fast with the shoes and the purses. I could get up 100 a day. No joke. That's awesome. I could do it quick, but I'm just over it. And the space too. The space is really, even though I figured out a way to do it a little bit better with these boxes that I have, I just turn them on end and put them in like that in bags. So it keeps them straight
That's
up
what I've been
stacking
doing.
them. It works great. That's how I got the idea from ThreadUp, because that's how they send the shoes to me. And I'm like, but this is brilliant.
Wait, now say that again? How you do it?
So like
do them up and down.
They up and down. I put them in a poly bag.
Yeah.
And then I just stack them next, up and down so that they're in the box.
Okay.
With the toe down, heel up.
Okay.
And they just put them right back to back instead of stacking them. Works fantastic. And I'm telling you, I could probably get maybe 15 pairs of stinking shoes in one of those boxes, which is great. It is.
So Patty said she's been organizing and doing inventory like crazy lately. And then Rhonda left a couple of nice comments. So thank you, Rhonda. I don't know if you want to put up either of her comments, but I know Rhonda has been doing, she's been working on her stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And on a band. Rhonda, I didn't realize you were a professional organizer.
Well, hell, you want to come down to Florida? Stop it.
How are you?
Come right on through. Stop with Lizzie. Took you right on down here.
I went on a search for a local organizer. I went on a app called Thumbtack, and everybody that I could find they didn't they didn't want to help me like I need help. So
they didn't do what I wanted.
I know.
Get.
Well, see, because
No,
here's
I'm
what
just
I would
kidding.
like. It's just somebody to come as a consultant and say, like, even if they just came once a week for like 2 hours and said, okay, this is what you need to do. This, and this. Have this done by the time I come back next week. Like, give me homework. And then I feel like I could do it. I really don't need somebody to hold my hand, although that
And
might
do
be
it for
helpful.
you.
Yeah, I mean, it might be helpful, but I can't afford that. But if just a consultant to give me the ideas, because I have a disconnect with, I look at all these organizing magazines and I'm crying here because it's so
Oh,
important and I just can't do it. I just can't make myself do it. And then once I get started, I overwhelm myself so much. So
it's
anyway,
the ADHD. It's like you have ADHD too,
yeah,
Lizzie? I do too. It's terrible. It's
yeah.
but when it's like with anything is repetitive. And then if you just like you said, if you get someone to just kind of give you an idea, maybe your space. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think you've got a good start though, and even Rhonda said that. Use your vertical space. It gets everything going up,
That's
Right.
the beautiful
which
part
is
about my house is I have vaulted ceilings. So I go straight up on the, in my inventory. It's like 10 feet tall, but it
yeah.
works. It works. I can still keep it in the room in there.
And I know part of it is that I've got to learn to work faster because and I can't say no when people want to give me free stuff. And maybe I should say no, but that the thing I say no to might be the thing that would really like be worth a lot of money.
Right.
And so
FOMO, right? Fear
it's
of
hard.
missing out.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to work faster to be able to catch up and beat the rate that things are coming in, so
But
anyway.
this is what I do, and I ain't gonna say it works for everybody, but like right now, we don't have an estate sale to go to today. So I have made my whole cube right now is full of littles that they've been cleaned, they've been tested, they're ready to go. I have a pile of Christmas buildings right here on my floor, and then all the plush that I washed 2 days ago are in this. I'm going to get through them. Maybe not all of them because it's a lot. But for me, as long as I've done all the hard work already and I make a pile, even if it's five
Mhm.
things, and you're going to do those 5 things and call it good unless you decide to go pick out 5 more things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But only do what you can and get everything ready before you start. Don't spend 30 minutes trying to clean one toy or, rip out all the stuff out of a book. Have all of that done ahead of time. Have your 5 things done
Right.
before you ever get
And I've been
started.
sitting here because I have a bunch of books sorted, and I forgot to bring a box in here. But like sometimes if I'm just sitting in here doing random things, or if I'm watching a live stream or whatever, I'll just have a box of books that need to be cleaned or de-stickered, and I'll just sit and do that. And that was one of the things I was going to do today while I was sitting here. So I may get up in a minute when Lori comes back and go. And what happened to her, by the way? She just
I don't
disappeared.
know. She just kind of
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah.
I did want to point out Vintage Spice is in here. Her name is Madeline, and she's been posting things in the Facebook group, but she's got a YouTube channel, and she shouted me out in her YouTube channel. And so you guys, she's in our little share in the Facebook group. Go in there and subscribe to her. She's new,
Who
but
is it?
her name is, Vintage Spice is her name right now in the chat. Maybe Robert can get her YouTube link. Sometimes he can't seem to post links in the comments, but definitely she seems to sell a whole lot of the same stuff I
Awesome.
sell, but she sells on Depop, which that's a new one for me. A lot of vintagey Y2K hip type, but I watched
That's
her
so
video
funny.
and
Those are the pants that I couldn't find. They were vintage Y2K.
She has all these sweaters with like, she calls them grandpa sweaters.
Oh,
But they
yeah.
have like
The
little
Coogee
squares
sweaters.
in them,
Fun.
so you never, I learned some stuff. I'm gonna have to start being a little bit more, look in the closets of the men at, yard at estate sales.
Oh, big
I can
time.
find some of them.
Kristen
Yeah.
said she was a organizer too. That's so awesome. Rhonda said I should probably do more organizing vids on my channel. Yes, do that.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know what? She also made a great comment too, Liz, right before we got bounced. I don't know what happened.
You got kicked.
I got boom. I'm like, okay then.
Ooh, glad you're back.
She said, ask somebody at church.
Yes.
That's a great idea. Ask around at church, Liz.
And at one point, there was a mom with two older daughters who offered to come and help me, and I was like, "Well, I would pay you." They said, "No, we just want to help
That's
you."
how
So they came over, and they were like, "Yeah, we can help you." And then it just didn't work out, and now they've moved, so they're not there.
No.
I need to see.
Well, I'm sure there might be someone else.
Yeah.
Check
I
around.
already
That's great.
have a girl who is Emily's age, and she comes over sometimes to just hang out with Emily so that I don't have to worry about her like letting
And
the
even
dogs
if
out.
they're like not professional organizers by trade or something, it's always nice having someone there just to bounce things. Maybe that's just something they like to do, just put it out there. That's a great idea.
I should find out.
That's how everything happens around here, is through church. Like, it's through, helping this, people get together and do this. Did I tell you guys real quick, not to change the subject, but all that stuff that I got was in a shed that the property literally got swallowed up in this last storm down here.
Yeah, you mentioned something about
that. I don't know if I told you guys that. I went over to the property. I went over. Yes. It was like by the grace of God. And I went over to the property and it was just, I couldn't believe it. The surge there that took on, it was right on the ocean, and it came back almost all of it, about 4 feet. So it's crazy.
I like Rhonda's comment here. We end up recreating thrift stores at our home.
For sure.
Not museums, not storage units.
And everything's for sale. There you go.
Yeah, and
that's it.
I'm a worst case scenario though, as far as organizing, because we have tons of shelving, but it's crammed, and now my floors are covered again because I'm just, instead of doing my one touches, I got to decide right then and there.
Right?
Do I want it? Do I want to redonate it? Does it just need to go in the trash? I've got to quit this. This has got to be my goal this winter, when things hopefully slow down a little. I'm going to go.
I like putting things into piles too. Like if I only got, so like those stinking dolls, like I had 15 or 20 of them, right? If I only had one and I knew that I was going to pick up more, I would just keep it, and then list them all together to make sense of the listings for the smaller, there you go. Yeah. So there's that, but then there's the items that you look at, you're like, oh, I could fix that. Oh, I could do that.
But not right now. I'll put that aside for tomorrow.
Right.
Beth sent me a message this week. She says, I picked up something and it had a hole in it, and I set it aside and thought, no, it's going to get redonated. Right. It's got to go. We're not going to stop and take the time. We're not going to do it. If it was $100 plush, maybe, but my bread and butters, which I have a wall space over here. You guys can't see it. It's around that corner. It's a massive pile of plush that needs repairs, because the lady that was doing them for me.
Hey, that might be something good for you to throw up on wholesale. A repaired plush lot. Somebody might scoop that up quick. Seriously, they scooped up my repaired Coach purse lot. Just saying.
Yeah.
I was reading the comments. Kristen says, wish we could come and help you. And Rhonda said what Kristen said. Thank you so much. And let me just throw this out there. You could come and help me. And,
you could.
As a thank you, there's free Disney tickets in it for you. And Kristen, I know you're always doing collab videos. So, you could come on down. I'll even let you vlog my mess. We'll do our own.
There
you
you
put it on your
go.
channel. That
See,
way
you're
my
thinking,
subscribers
Liz.
don't see it. We'll put it on yours.
There
That
you
would be
go.
a good YouTube thing, though, to do a collaboration where, I
Where
go
you're
to somebody
organizing.
else's house and
Oh,
help
that
them,
would be
and then they got to come to my
fantastic.
house.
Wouldn't it?
That
Yeah,
would be fantastic. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
You
Just
got to
film the
go to
whole
like
thing.
That's great. That's great.
Because, okay, here's what I'm thinking. I go to the post office and I see all these other eBayers come in and dropping off their packages. And I'm thinking, wouldn't it be great if we had some kind of an eBay co-op here and we could like rent one of these empty places and we could all go in together and store our inventory. We could have our own like warehouse or something.
There
Wouldn't
is
that
a
be
place,
cool?
there is a company that does something like
Really?
that. What is it named? It's like like they take the seller stuff, they
Yeah.
store it for them and ship them out. But that's a great idea having.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like just to go in, go in with a few other resellers to rent a space to store our stuff and get it
Store
out of my
stuff,
house.
have
Yeah.
a shipping area.
Yeah.
hmm
Or
That
even
sounds great.
just storage. And then you come home, go pick your sales and come back home and ship it. So I don't know.
See,
Maybe that's a good business idea.
Kristen made a good point here. The want to do it is sometimes the hardest part, and you've got that already. You've
Right.
got
Right.
it.
I do. I just have so many excuses I could make.
Yep.
And that's
Start with one pile. Start with one
Right. And
pile.
that's only one pile.
one at a time.
I keep
And
looking
that's
around.
how you
Like
get it done.
maybe the
I mean,
piles
that's
will
how I read a
disappear.
book. I read it one page at a time. So,
Right.
I need to tackle eBay the same thing. And really, that's what I've been doing with listing because, I was up to 4, getting ready to go to 5 when they threw the new listing tool. So I'm back to 1, but I think I've missed 1 day this month that I didn't get anything listed. And I figured, okay, I'm back to the drawing board, but as long as they don't push me all the way out, if I can keep my foot in the door and just keep building back up. And it is getting easier. In fact, I kind of almost like the new listing tool on my phone better than the computer.
It does do good.
I don't know about y'all, but I can
if I only have like 1 or 2 to throw up, I'll go straight to my phone. But if I got multiple of the same thing, I go to eBay or to the computer just to do my drafts. But yeah, I like the phone tool besides the SKU being buried in the item specifics. I think that's and then the category and the item specifics are like, you would think you want to pick the category before you pick the item specifics, and it's flopped. I don't know if that's just a glitch in my world, but it's weird. It's very weird.
Beth has a good point here too, which I tend to do is as I'm bringing new stuff in, you're excited about the new stuff you brought in, but force yourself to go pick a few of the old to do at the same time instead of letting that pile. And that's a lot of what's sitting right here on my desk right now is old stuff that's been everywhere. And I'm going to force myself because they're low dollar. But
that's what happens. It's the low dollar stuff. You're like, oh, well, but
it's good to go ahead and do the new stuff while you're excited about it.
Exactly.
Because you just brought it in. So get that done. But then, like you said, at the same time, go and whittle away at the old stuff too.
Yep. At the old.
Because sometimes
and that with you and your books, you could do the romance, the books that are more interesting are probably going to sell quicker, and then go find that one pile that's like blah.
Yeah, like the nonfiction.
Yeah, exactly.
That stuff sells better, but I hate dealing with it.
Yeah.
No, Lizzie, I think doing from your phone, you'll get it faster and faster. You'll be back up to the 5 in no time. Even if you just go in and create a draft during the day, take the pictures and just leave it. Like just go in, take your pictures on your draft and leave it, and then do the listings at night, when you can focus on it.
Yeah.
I do that a lot too.
Yeah, I don't do my listings except in the morning because that's when I'm.
And I know once I start photos, like it.
Go ahead.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did we lose it? Well, finish what you were saying then, Rebel, about.
I have no clue what I was saying.
I don't know. I'm stopping again. I don't know if it's my internet here.
Huh.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear you.
we're hearing you.
Can you see me? Okay.
But what were you
Okay,
saying,
I'm
Robert,
back.
you said something about you don't do listing in the morning because of something.
No, I only list in the
Only
morning
list
because it's the time that I'm the most alert. And I'm
Gotcha.
already not thinking, okay, I need to do this and this and this and
Right.
this.
So you get it done. Get it done
Get
first
it
thing.
done.
It's good.
The house is quiet. Nobody's talking to me, Robert. I can concentrate.
Yeah, I used to try to go get my pictures done so that I could list while we're doing this, but I haven't done that in a few weeks. I guess the whole hurricane thing and the power outages kind of threw me, but next week I want to.
You did pretty good through all that stuff, Elizabeth. I will say you handled it pretty good.
Well, thank you.
You were good. Yes,
Yeah,
you always
I did
had
good with my
positive, and you got all your stuff done. You still managed to list. You did good.
Yeah, it was
You did
pretty
good.
amazing that I managed to list. And then, then they threw that new listing tool at me, which is, I can't keep using that as an excuse forever, but it's getting easier. I'll be
It
be all
takes a
right.
while though. It takes a little bit to get used. It just does. It's that muscle memory. You start learning how to do it in your sleep.
All right. Anybody got an answer for this? Because I don't do drafts. Is there a number of drafts you can have before eBay starts dropping? I thought it was a time. I think it's a time though, right?
It's a time. It is the time. Yep. It's like 30 days.
Refinement says 30, but I have kept them on there for 90. I don't think they fall off till 90.
They fall off for me for 30. The listing will still be there, but none of the information will be there.
Oh,
Like it'll
okay.
show, but it won't be there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 30. And like I said, it'll keep the like it's there. Like, hi, I'm here. And no, you're not. As soon as you click on it, it's like this item cannot be found. There is nothing in this listing. Yeah.
That stinks. 80 drafts.
Yeah, I've had that happen, and I've had it happen not at 80, but a lot. And that's how I found out too, the hard way. So yes, that's something to put out there. That is true.
And I think
Rhonda says 250 in 30 days.
Oh. Now I've had unsolds disappear after a set amount of time.
I've had that too.
There.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure how long that is. I don't think it's 30 days.
I don't know if that's 30 days, so maybe that's 90 days.
That might be the 90 days.
But it does disappear. So I have that too. And I have some up there that show they're in there, but there's no information. It's already gone. So that's the answer to that question, I believe. But let's see if eBay knows.
Robert is telling on you. He says we have stuff from our car 2 weeks ago that needs to be told.
Sitting right there. Yes. That's Scott. I told him today, since we're not going to that estate sale, I need at least one video made. He's got to get a video released tonight, and I got to get pictures taken because I'm literally piling up. And I know we're getting ready to get into a slow season, but every time I think that, I find an estate sale that I buy tons at. And I want to go to Nashville soon to the bins. I need a bins moment.
Need a bins fix. I'm so behind on videos, but I saw your short the other day with the turkey that cracked me up. And Robert does good voiceovers. Robert, I have to say, you do a good job with the voiceovers.
Yeah, I told him I don't want to do them. I don't want to do them.
So eBay says, real quick, there are no limits to how many drafts you can have in Seller Hub, although they expire after 45 days.
Oh.
So if you prefer to create your listing through the selling section of my eBay, you can save up to 20 drafts and they'll be available for 30 days. Okay, 45 days.
Uh-oh, I'm getting a phone call.
Kristen says she's down for that collab. So seriously, Kristen, if you can come to Florida,
yes,
2 years from now, we'll do it. But if you are serious, just message me. My email address is on my channel.
Yes,
message me on.
And we have your channel is linked in our description, and then they can go to your channel and get your yes.
That's awesome.
Yes,
Vintage
Robert
Spice, I subscribed.
I did too.
All right,
I just
Beth has a
Yeah.
Posh question.
I saw that. Yes, Beth. Yes. What we got,
Yeah.
Toots?
She said she's made some sales on Posh, but feels like she doesn't know what I'm doing. Oh, believe me, yeah. I keep telling you, you need to put out videos on how to manage, how to do, like you were trying to show me how to put something in somebody's bundle so you can send them an offer without giving
Right.
you need to do
Without giving
videos on that.
you know what? I could do that. But Posh is a weird little, it's a weird site. It really is. I don't know how to explain it, guys. I just know. I don't know. I started,
Rhonda says she got the totally different information than whoever was it Robert who posted. So she says even eBay doesn't know what they do. two different places and they got two different answers.
So, but with Poshmark, honestly, the best thing to do, the thing that I do that I say that they want you to do is the sharing, and that is that if you're sharing your closet, you're gonna make sales. Well, I have a bot, and I just let it go to town, and basically that bot runs my whole Poshmark, everything. Puts my sales out, it relists and delists, it shares, sends offers, bundles items, does everything.
And you have your affiliate link in your channel, right? Don't you have an affiliate link for your bot in your channel?
I don't think I put it on my channel. Did I put it on there? Maybe I did.
Oh,
I will look, but I will put that on there. But it's for Posh. What is it? Posher VA.
Mm-hmm.
It's
because
good.
I'm gonna run in the other room and grab my box of books that I need to clean, and so I'll be right back.
I did get. Yeah, you're right. I did get. I don't think I put it on my channel, but I did get it.
Yeah, put it on your channel. That way, you know, you can get a small commission.
I did. Yeah, that's right. I did do it. I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, because I had to email them and get that. And I don't think I put it on my channel like a dingus. Let's see.
Yep. You should do a video just so you can shout that out. And then you need to do videos on.
Well, I am. I'm gonna do my what sold, and then I will try and figure out a good one. See, it's so weird. Poshmark is. I just don't know. It's not weird. It's just different. It's way different than eBay. It's such a different platform in my mind, in my eyes.
Yeah. Beth got a bundle question last night, and she said she told them to send her the offer instead of her sending the offer. You know what I mean?
Right.
She told them
right.
that way she didn't have to do the discounted shipping.
Right. So would they just bundle everything and wanted her to send an offer on?
I think so.
Okay, so if they do that, I don't think you have to send if you put it in a bundle, if it's in a bundle and you send an offer, you don't have to give a shipping discount. That's how it.
I've only had one bundle sell. All the other ones I send and I never hear from them, or I guess
I'm saying I think that also with because again, I have this thing sending out my offer to likers, lickety split. I do it 1 minute after they're liked, and that really does. And then when I relist them, I have them bring my price up a little bit, a couple bucks. It just keeps things moving. But I think the offer to likers is huge. That I turn off and on. I leave it on for a couple weeks, and then I'll turn it off and let everything build back up, and then go in and build bundles and send out that way. But it works through Posher VA, and they're a godsend. It allows me to keep that really live, and really, really focus on eBay.
All right. Anybody on here do the Facebook business selling page? Robert signed me up for that thing, and now we're realizing I think I have to have actually like a Shopify in order to be able to use Facebook business. I don't know. If somebody uses it, has that, send us a message so we can pick your brain if you've got a video on it.
Robert about this after the show, because I don't know how to. It says I have to customize my channel. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait. Otherwise, I'll have no channel.
Yeah. You don't want to accidentally
We're
do
just gonna
something
wait.
wrong.
We're gonna wait. Woohoo! I got 66 views on my Boyd's Bears video. That's pretty good.
Yay.
I was expecting to get 6, guys, so that makes me happy. Well, I have 45 subscribers. I have more views than I have subscribers, so that's good. Yippee!
Yeah, we need to get you. Are you
I'll get out
sharing
there. I need
anything?
to commit. I need to commit to my channel before I have you guys bust it. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that until I'm committed 100% ready to go.
You could always share, especially that video, share it in the Facebook group on that post, just to share, you'll probably get some that way.
Okay, I will do that. Make my note.
Joanne,
I
she
sold
uses
some.
Posture VA.
Now I got, well, here's the thing. I got to find my link. I'll do that after. Link to YouTube.
Yeah.
What did you say? Share. What was I doing?
Share your
video.
Especially like that Boyd's one in the Facebook group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lizzie said she'd be right back, right? We didn't lose her.
Yeah. Okay. No, we didn't lose her. All right. So Robert and I had a disagreement in one of my last videos about the doll Madeline. Now, I found it on video that is how her name is pronounced, not Madeline, which Madeline is also Vintage Spice, but I knew I was right. But then Robert starts picking at me, and it's like, oh, it's supposed to be Madeline, which is how it's spelled. But I won that argument. Did everybody else agree with me that it was Madeline?
Yes. Yes, we did, Robert. Can we get everyone in the chat?
Yeah,
let Robert know.
Madeline. She's a little French girl, right? I don't remember her too much, but I do.
I think she's a little French girl. I remember her it's like a book and a little girl.
Definitely Madeline with a long eye.
Wait, did I miss a pronunciation discussion?
Yes, you did.
Madeline.
I'll let you tell her. I'm gonna go grab my stuff. I'll be back, guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell her.
12 little girls in 2 straight lines. Madeline. Yeah. The youngest is, see, I don't remember watching her. I just know over the years that's, but then again, sometimes that gets proven wrong, like gunned and gooned. Oh, so it rhymes. 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. Robert lost this one anyway.
What did Robert think it was?
Madeline, like it would be pronounced here.
That would be Lyn. Madeline, wouldn't it? I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know. He had me second guessing myself, though. I thought, holy heck, I've done it again.
And I guess with a name, it's just according to how the person wants to say it, is the correct way. So.
Yeah, but I got smart this morning before the show, and I was like, I'm going to YouTube Madeline commercial. And there it was.
Do you have a Madeline that you're selling? Like a doll or something?
I just sold it. I think I sold one. Oh, yeah. It was like $20 for a little 8-inch doll.
Nice.
Yeah. But it wasn't the Kohl's. Like Kohl's Cares has a Madeline, which doesn't sell for really doesn't sell for a whole lot.
There's some vintage ones, right?
Mm-hmm. I think mine was Eden. I think the Eden ones do better. Vintage Spice says she's Madeline. Yeah, I like the Eden ones too. But yeah, that's all. Somebody else said you have to have Shopify to do Instagram and Facebook. Well, that's annoying because then you can't use List Perfect. Well, you got to use List Perfectly. I think what I'm going to have to do is take my eBay listing, put it in Shopify, and then from Shopify, put it in Facebook business, not marketplace. We're trying something different. But I'm intrigued with Depop. I just don't think I have a whole lot of trendy Y2K kind of stuff. But I might. I think somebody had a comment about the hustle couple. I heard they got stranded traveling or something, but they said they were going to be back. I saw a comment or something on their Facebook group or something that
Well,
they
and I
went
think they
somewhere and
did
they've
say they were going to be out for a while.
been doing traveling or something, but I thought they were trying to get home and their flight got stranded or they got kicked off a flight for over whatever. So yeah, they were annoyed, but what can you do when you're traveling? You're at the mercy of the airlines. But I haven't seen anything this morning about them because they've been posting pictures of being at this concert or that concert. I'm not sure if she's somewhere or he's somewhere for business and they're just kind of having some fun. I've never been to a concert ever.
Oh my goodness. I haven't been to that many, but a few.
Nope,
If
I've
you
not
could
been
go
to
to one
any.
concert, who would you go see?
Oh,
Even in the past, like let's say someone who's not even touring or even alive anymore. If you could see one person, one recording artist in concert, even if you
I've
had
forgotten his name. It's been so long since I listen to YouTube. I very seldom listen to music anymore. His name was Jack. Jack. He did the song for Curious George. What was his name? I really like him.
I don't know.
I can't remember. What the heck? What do you mean, Beth? Oh, Jack Johnson.
Like that's such a random.
No, I guess the fact that I've never been to a concert. I grew up in Europe to very, very strict parents, so there was no going out to concerts there. As soon as I got home to the States, I joined the Navy, went on a deployment 9 months out to sea, and then just soon after that got married, started having babies.
When you were in the Navy, didn't they have like USO tours and things that came through? Did you ever get to see like a show?
No. Nope. I'm at the point. I don't know if I could handle the crowds and the noise at this point.
Yeah.
You've seen Jack Johnson in concert, Beth? Dang it. Alison Krauss would be awesome. I love Alison
That's one
Krauss.
thing I miss down here. There's no big concerts. Like Willie Nelson was down here a couple of years ago, but that's like
it. What about Jimmy Buffett? I feel like he's down there like every weekend, right? Doesn't he even live down there?
I can't with Buffett. I mean, 10 years ago, I was like, woohoo, let's go to Key West, Jimmy Buffett. Now I'm just like, turn the radio on, you walk into a store, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. No,
Yeah.
it's not, it's noon. But I wanted to say something real quick. Shannon, I saw your comment up there. Thank you for subscribing. And I sent you my number. I will let you know when I come up to Miami. Just going to hit the bands. I'm going to bring her to the bands.
Ooh, fun.
After the first of the year. I really want to. I need that bins fix. Maybe I won't go get a lot of stuff, but I really want to go. I haven't been out like to the mainland in a while. So I really want to go up and make a day of it.
Yeah, I need a break. So I told Robert we might go try the Asheville bins soon.
Oh, I thought you said Nashville.
No, I am. I really want to go to Nashville, but we may just do Asheville. One more. I'm gonna give it one more chance because the last couple of times I've gone, it's been awful. Awful.
Asheville.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asheville. And I mean, that's still 3 hours of my time driving. So if it's bad, then I'll either go back to Charleston. No, go back to Greenville, South Carolina, where we went a couple of weeks
Greenville.
ago.
Okay, let me tell you something. When I shop online for Goodwill, I put Greenville and all the Floridas, like all the places in Florida that the stores that sell online, and that's how I filter my stuff that I want to buy, because Greenville is one of the best hubs.
It's
Like,
very good.
that bins is phenomenal.
Oh.
And they, even though they sell stuff online, guys, you can get some kick butt deals online. If you know how to shop on Goodwill.com, you can really get some good deals.
Yeah.
I've gotten a couple boxes of stuff
Did you
like
take
that. I
something?
was even shocked. But
Take something like that.
I'm gonna I called the
So, do whenever they list stuff, okay, so do they put stuff in the store first, or do they like?
I don't know how they do it, Lizzie. I think they
Take
have
one,
just
though,
so much
and
stuff.
then
You know what I mean?
Rebel, your mic's still on.
Yes. Okay.
If
Sorry.
you want your
We're discussing drug management. Hurting guy. He's hurting.
Aw.
Yeah.
So I always wonder, like when companies like that have a store, like when donations come in, do they sell it on? Do they pick what they want to sell online and then don't put that in the store, or does it go through a process? Do they?
I just think it's willy-nilly. I don't even think it's anything like that constructed. You know what I mean? Like, because I'll tell you what, Miami bins, I find raw donations up the wazoo in there that never made it to the floor. I mean, you can just tell it's all the same stuff in the same bag.
Which is weird.
Same types of
that
stuff that never even made it into Goodwill. It just went right into the bins. So I don't know if they have any kind of anything set up. I think they just go through their donations and kind of pick stuff and throw it online. I don't know if it's in the store still, if they keep it online. I think it's a separate. I would
think it would be separate.
But I don't know.
Unless they try things in the store first,
right,
and then move it to online if they feel like it's something that would sell with a bigger audience, I don't know.
Yeah, jewelry lots are good for Shop Goodwill too. They are. That's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, oh, well, Goodwill's selling online. They're going to reseller. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't even touch anything the resellers do, really. It's just like I mean, they do sell some stuff. I think their stuff on the floor at Goodwill stores is where they try to make the money.
Yeah.
Not so much online. It's a lot of bidding online, and then they have the 1 cent auctions. They have free shipping. So if you know how to maneuver it, get in there and look up. But yeah, Greenville is one of the places that I put in my filter because they have great stuff. And I would believe that they're like the Miami bins where they get raw donations too in their bins just because there's so much.
Well, I think Nona's daughter has made me decide I don't think I'm going to go to Asheville bins.
What did she say?
She said she just was in there yesterday and there was nothing and it was crowded and loud. Which, yeah, all they want to do is push clothes these days. They're hard goods. I mean, I literally think they're just redoing the trash over and over and over.
Really?
And every once in a while, like the last time I got one levy. That's all I bought the entire time we were there.
Oh, wow.
Everything else was garbage, literally garbage.
Well, and I don't know.
Is it a big place?
It's relatively big. It's a decent size. Well, maybe I'll just plan a Nashville trip or go to Greenville again.
Is there one up by you, Liz?
A Ben's. There is one in Orlando. I've never been to it. But just regular Goodwills, they have all the ones around in my area have like one shelf of books now, and they used to have a whole bunch, and I don't know what they're doing with them. There are some Goodwill bookstores that are down south of Tampa, like in the Sarasota area. There's 2 or 3 in that area, but I can't imagine that they're sending all of them there. So I don't know what they're doing.
Elizabeth, I think you would be shocked at how much stuff these people actually get too. I mean, really, like I have never seen something like I've seen Miami Biz and the way
Yeah.
that they, I mean, I know it's not as, maybe, I'm guessing Orlando might be the size of Miami, you know, but the stuff, you
But
know.
it goes back to, you know, me not having space. So, you know, I'm not going to
True.
rush. I'm not going to rush to go. Because once I, you know,
Yeah, it's not like you're going to put stuff back. I'm the same way.
yeah, one of two things will happen. If I go to the bins, I will just want it all, or I'll be so disgusted and overwhelmed that it'll give me so much anxiety. I'll just want to sort everything. So, you know, either way, I don't want the anxiety, and I don't need to bring.
What's her problem? We don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I already, when I go into Dollar Tree and things are all in a jumble, I just want to like sort it and I want to straighten it out. You know? So anyway.
Yeah, I love the bins for vintage stuff. That's where I find a lot of really good vintage stuff. I find a lot of nice high dollar clothes at Miami.
That's cool.
I need to look. I mean, now that I'm dabbling more in the hard goods. I mean, I always go and look in the hard goods, but
sorry if
I almost told you guys this morning that I miss doing clothes. Like I was like right there. It almost flopped right out of my mouth, and then I'm like,
Do you?
I don't know.
Are you not doing
I don't know yet. No, I haven't. But I have a rack sitting here in front of me, and then I got a pile of these really cool sweaters and like some really cool cowboy boots and a pair of Gucci loafers, and which those are mine. But still, I'm thinking, what?
Speaking of cowboy boots, I got a negative this week, and it's not going away.
Negative.
It was on.
Why?
It was on a pair of Ariat boots, and I've looked it up. She says they're knockoffs. They weren't knockoffs, but because right on the back of the boot at the top, it was flaking. And I've looked at other Ariat boots listed on eBay. All of them have it.
Do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, she says they're knockoffs and it's left no contact, won't respond to a message, won't do a return. And eBay's leaving.
Well, if she won't do a return, well,
she won't even
respond.
She won't even respond to nothing. Just left me. I hate the fact that it says they're a knockoff, but they're not. It's just when I looked it up,
eBay for that, Rebel.
Maybe.
I think you should, because if you offer returns, right?
Mm-hmm.
It should automatically, I would think, that they would take that off, because you have something in place for your customer to not be happy. You know, if they're not happy, there's recourse. If they're not going to take that route, that's not your problem. You shouldn't have to suffer for it. If they're knockoffs, there's a way for her to go about this, you know, process. That's all. And I think you should call them.
Very low feedback, probably doesn't even understand the system at all. But I tried to explain, and I even looked it up. Yes, leather can flake. It's that coating that they put on there. All you have to do is, it said buff it and reapply, you know, polish.
Right.
And they'd be fine, but
it's on the inside.
Well, it's right on the back edge, like where you're, you know, just right on the back top ledge of the back of the boot. Got you. But I took pictures of it and I said it in the description. Yeah, I responded to it just exactly what I said.
Would call them.
If that's in the description,
I would call them.
Then they can't, they don't have grounds.
I know, it's showing in the picture.
Yeah, I would call them, Rebel.
I tried seller help. They didn't remove it. And I said that I offer free returns. I offer free, you know, full refunds. The buyer didn't contact me before leaving the feedback, which I thought they're supposed to start making you do that. Won't respond to my message.
So like right back in here?
Yeah, the back of the boot. It just was like flaking.
I could see that. We're going to list these today.
They definitely were legit Ariats. And I listed them cheap because they were showing that condition.
Because they were showing, right. That's the thing. That's the thing. And probably for like, I mean, were they pretty reasonably priced too?
$26.
So there you go.
What she got them for.
And every time
every
Every
time.
time we have to deal with this crap, it's for something under $25, $30. We'll just say 30 only.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But then I think to myself, you know what? If you
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
that's a good
negative,
idea, Rhonda.
what did she say? Seller help? I tried
Um,
that.
No. Respond to your negative.
I did. I
Okay,
did.
good. Well, at least there's something in there.
Well, and I told Robert this, and I've said this before. Sometimes if you have a negative on your account, you're no longer a target because there's just mean people out there that go try to
That
find a
want to see, right?
100% feedback person and just ruin their numbers.
Well, that's
But
just
it's just
Other
annoying.
people.
It's annoying.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Let's see here.
I think eBay, if we're doing top rated seller plus like they ask us, it should just be automatic feedback off because
Right.
we're
Well,
doing
but
what eBay.
it is an automated, right? I would think it's not
Mhm.
like a person, so they're just gonna. But you're right, it should just come up. But I would call them. I know nobody
Yeah, I
wants to do
might.
that.
I might.
Do you have
Usually I
your
try to compound
concierge?
it. Have a couple of things I need help with.
Do you have your
Yeah,
concierge?
that's what I do. I wait. I
I
wait.
do. I have the
Wait till I get like 2
concierge
or 3
number.
problems. Then you could call them.
Yes,
You
Rhonda, we need a reseller union for sure.
Yes.
And there should be
Oh,
a
these
reseller
awesome
panel
channels.
too for all these stupid changes they're doing. You
Right.
know, we should be a part of it because I'm gonna tell you right now, asking me what occasion a plush is going to be used for is the most ridiculous item
Yeah.
description ever.
90% of them are. Yesterday I had so many different ones popping up, and I almost screenshotted them and just so I could show you guys, but it was really ridiculous where they were putting I had to go in, and you know how I think once your items get relisted when eBay relists them, right, at the 30 days, items.
Nope.
We back?
Yeah.
You're back.
My earphones not, but you guys. Oh shoot, fire! What was I saying?
About 30 days when they relist.
Yeah, relist the item specifics.
The item specifics pop back up for those items that got relisted.
Does it?
Yes, I keep going back. I'll do them all. I did 54 last night. I wake up this morning and I got 30, and I'm like, wait a second, this is how I listed that. You know what I mean? So it just seems to me that it's the ones that are relisting end up coming back up. So when I went in to do the item specifics yesterday, they had all of these ridiculous suggestions that they wanted me to click into my listing. It had nothing to do with my listing. I mean, literally at the top, click this, add this, click this,
You
add,
think
you
your
know,
category
but it
got
had
changed?
nothing to do with at one time through 54 listings. Did any of those make sense?
Maybe your category got changed accidentally.
Did I lose you?
No.
Are you okay? I think we're losing you.
Am I good?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
I was just saying maybe your category got changed accidentally, and that changed the
No,
item.
it was all of them, unless they changed it on all the categories on all of the items. But I know, so I started seeing a trend because it's how I listed the item. You know, I was like, wait a second, these have been listed. I already did the item specifics on these. Well, let me go ahead and do them again because they popped up. And then the next day I had 30, and the next day and more. And I'm like, wait, this is how they're, you know, it was the 30 days were up and they were relisting. And then eBay was asking me to do item specifics again.
Oh, it's probably because of the new listing tool has been within the last 30 days, right?
Well, I don't know.
So it needs to put everything under the new format.
Okay, that could be it. All right. Well, I will keep you posted because then by that time I should have all of it done in 30 days then and see if it comes back. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was weird. But the part, and you know, of course, nobody likes to sit there and click that little stupid box and go through it, right? But we do it. And I'm just hoping that yeah. Like I said, just the thought that all of those things they wanted me to click and check had nothing to do with my item at all. And so those are the things you got to watch out for, because eBay just goes ahead and adds stuff. And like you said, oh yeah.
That's why I was wondering if maybe they changed the category with the new.
Well, I'll tell you, it was for one group was like leggings, and then the next one was my dolls, and then stuff that I just listed. They wanted me to put item specifics in too, like all the little dolls I did. It's like I did it when I listed them. Why are they here now?
Right.
It's just weird. I'm hoping it's just a glitch and it doesn't keep going.
I have 1,200, and daily that number just keeps going up. That says I have recommended item specifics. I refuse. I'm refusing. They're ridiculous. If it's gonna hold me back, so be it.
Well, I bet you that's what it is. It's like that's how. I mean, I'm guessing that it. I don't know. I don't like. I just want everything to stay the same, guys. I really, really, really like same. I do.
I don't understand why I have to date a piece of glass. You know, if it doesn't have a date on it, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to take the extra time to go see what somebody else put.
Right.
Because they could be wrong.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Right.
But I have stopped filling in any bubbles with NA. I'm just leaving them blank, which is why my numbers are but I'm not going to go back and take NA out. But a lot of it is so NA.
It is so NA. But then I heard that if you put that in, it throws everything else off, doesn't it? Like if you add something that doesn't.
I've heard, yeah.
That's what I've heard. I wish somebody would address eBay executives directly, like they did about, ending in sell similar, or does it help you if you list a bunch every day, where we found out that's false.
Rebel, I think you need to go to the eBay Open next time.
Maybe.
I'm
Maybe
serious.
they'll have an actual real in-person one.
That's next year. I'm hoping so too. A real one.
And I think I definitely am going to go because
then you can get those questions answered. And this is important. This is like someone was mentioning, I think it was Rhonda, about the reseller union. You bet your butt we do. This is a huge industry.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big money industry, and people can snub their nose at it all they want, but there is big money in this. And we do not, I shouldn't say it like that, but easily to take advantage of right now. You know what I'm saying? Like there's really, we have our legs to stand on, but do we? Because if they don't want us to sell, they don't want us to sell. We don't have any recourse. I mean, we could fight it, whatever, but I just think having something backing you too, like that, coming from a union strong family, I yes, go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just protection and stuff like that. Of course, you got to get people who are, the resellers got to make the union, because they got to be resellers, right? It's got to be someone who knows what the hell's going on in this business.
Yeah. And I wish, like Beth mentioned, a lot of the people that do have eBay's ear, are clothing resellers. They're not worried about the toy resellers or the hard good resellers, and I think we all need to have some major representation at these things, at these meetings. And I'm going to be there because, like for plush, if it's gun has its own little. This was my thought this morning. If I list something in the gun category, eBay has a category, stuffed animal, gunned. But when I go down to brand, gunned isn't automatically filled in. Why? Why isn't gunned already filled in for me if I'm choosing the gun category? Also, why isn't rabbit an automatic choice? I have to type rabbit every single time and click the plus button.
And they don't see that. Right. That's crazy. It's this, you know what, believe it or not, with clothing, well, you're doing clothing now. You guys can see it. It's just the silliest stuff the thing that kills me. I know we've talked about this before, is if you put the color blue in your title, Blue's Clues is coming up in the character. I want to find the Blue's Clues creator. Take them out.
I know. Why?
It's weird. Oh, I gotta tell you guys before I forget. Yesterday I heard, Lizzie, this is going towards you. I was thinking of you yesterday. I was listening to this YouTube channel, and it was these guys and this girl who go after those scammers. that call you
Oh,
from
yeah.
PayPal or stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was, I'm going to just send you, I'll
The
forward it to
box,
you.
is it one of the boxes that cover you with glitter?
No, but that's funny too. The porch thieves. Oh gosh. I
Those
watch
are
it over
good.
and over. But these guys actually call up, like, so they'll call and say, ah, la, la, you know, whatever, trying to get the scam over on you. And these guys play into it and they give them, like, you know, the credit card, and they walk through and they let them take money from them. And then they go back and they're like, okay, so we're ready for the address to send the parcel because they want you to send 50. I mean, they get people for crazy, crazy amounts of money, you know, and it's mostly elderly and it's really sad. So these guys go in and they hack into their computers and they take the money back and they call the feds, like they bring the feds into it. It is insane, but they gag with them. The language is colorful. I will go ahead and let you know, Elizabeth. but it is the funniest thing, and they do what's right for the people. They get the money back for the people that they had been, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy, but it was so funny. And I just thought of you. I'm like, oh yes. There's people out there getting it handed to them, Lizzie.
That's
Hopefully
awesome.
hopefully it stops that stuff. It's sad. It's really sad. It's the smallest stuff. And what started is we got a phone call like that from Amazon. We're going to cancel your order if you don't press 1. We didn't order anything. But
All the
there
time.
you go. But
We
people
get
are
it.
going to press 1 because they're like, well, did I order something? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm like, I know if I didn't know about all the scams, I'd be like, yeah, I didn't order anything.
I feel sorry for any scammer who calls us while we're driving, because Robert will
Robert will
will
Robert on them.
run it through. By the time the conversation is done, Robert is being cursed at
Oh, funny.
because
Oh.
That's what these guys were doing to the guys calling. By the time it was over, you could hear them saying, F this guy, da, 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 and they're just like on hold, and you could hear it. Yeah. But they end up getting the money back, and they do what's right. They call the police, they get them involved, and then they call them and tell them, we took your money. How do you like
yeah,
that?
Robert's dad got taken recently.
Oh gosh, no.
And Robert's got it stopped. They had already hijacked his computer, and his mom realized something wasn't right and called Robert, and then Robert was able to get
Thank God.
into
Thank
the
God it was
computer.
Robert's dad, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
You know, and he knows not to fall for this stuff, but it was so good they
I'm
got
telling
him.
you that you know, if I didn't hear about all this stuff right
Puts you off
now in
guard.
forefront, I would have pressed 1 because I was like, I didn't order anything. Did somebody order something? I would have thought somebody stole my credit card and ordered something, and I would have pressed 1 right away. So had that, yeah.
Let me
Like
tell
I
you about
said,
this
they're
one thing that
sneaky.
happened to a friend of mine who she's older, and you know, you hear about these stories and you think, how could anyone fall for that? Well, from her mouth, this is how it happened. She got a phone call from someone she thought was her grandson asking for money. And she's like, you know, I don't talk to
No.
him that often, and I'm not sure that I would recognize his voice. And he's
Oh.
like, Grandma, I am in terrible trouble. Could you please send me some money? And I think he even said something like, you know, I've just moved. Here's my new information, you know. And she's like, well, you know, okay. And somehow I don't know how he knew the right name or whatever,
Oh,
but
because they vet people. They know what they
sent her
got.
some
Like they go
money,
after them.
like several $1,000s, and it was not even her grandson. And it's horrible that people will take advantage of people like that. So
It is. It's absolutely terrible. But that's why I love these guys, because they're hackers. That's what they do. And they just go and they find these people and bust them. But they mess with them before they bust them. So they give them a little bit of Robert beforehand and they let them know.
Mhm.
And I think
Well,
that it's fabulous. It's fabulous.
I think that whole Facebook thing that we all run into, where somebody says, you know, I need that code, they
Right.
get your Facebook account, and then they learn the names of other people on your friends list. They start
Right.
sending messages.
Mhm.
That's
As
all part
you.
of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
as you.
Well, and
But yeah,
they didn't have access to my Facebook. What they were asking for was Google. It was some kind of a Google thing. And I looked it up, and it just said that just gives them access to contact more people. So
Right, to your
nothing,
Google, to
nothing
your
happened other than they
contacts.
were just able to use my name to perpetuate and just
Mhm.
going with what they're doing.
Yeah, but Lizzie, you know what? If there's other people on the next level up from that who actually get right into your computer and they
Yes.
can see.
And
So
that's what
listen, so
happened with Robert's
that's
dad.
and these guys got into the hacker's computer and they were recording their office. Like,
Oh my
I've seen that
goodness.
one.
yeah, they were talking about this guy. He just took all the money and and it was all over the place. And they were watching him. And then of course they, like I said, at least they turned it over to the cops and stuff. That made me happy that they weren't just,
Did you message me the link to it?
I will. I was going to yesterday, but I forgot until I saw your face today.
Yeah. Vintage Spice Madeline also put on here to go along with the crazy item specifics. If you use the word cake topper, then it comes up as the artist cake. And I get that if I do like sealed, an action figure that's sealed, it always wants to make Seal the artist.
Oh,
Seal the artist.
know?
Yes. Mm-hmm. That put sealed on. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. Like, where somebody had to program that, right?
Yep. But why can't I get rabbit? Why can't I get a bubble for rabbit?
Why can't
I don't know how you could avoid that though. If somebody has a name that's a common word like that, I don't know how you could get around it. It's just something you're going to have to reject.
Well, I think that Blue's Clues doesn't make boots, or maybe they do for kids. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm in a kids category, then maybe Blue could come up, but not for Blue Royal Dalton doll.
Yeah.
And it's already got the category.
Doll,
it's already got the category.
Blue and doll might.
But I already have a category for the doll in vintage collectible or whatever that is, but that's what I mean. It just absolutely, it's kind of like almost like a glitch. And then I'm thinking, oh wait, maybe somebody they had to have programmed that.
Right.
I mean, it just doesn't show up, weird. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
I think they need to go back to less is more, my favorite little phrase, less is more.
Way more.
Let people fill in their own. If you think it's important enough, have things where you can just keep adding your own keywords down in the descriptions.
Which is phenomenal.
Keep it to the limit. Yeah, keep it to just a bare brand, maybe color, just the things that are important in clothes, the size, the manufacturer, just,
That would be, and here's the thing, why won't they do that? That's what I don't understand. Because I know that there is not
mint catalog like Amazon.
Yeah, but it's not Amazon, and people don't shop on eBay like they shop on Amazon. They want shipping like Amazon, but they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't shop on eBay like they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. So weird. And it is less is more when it comes to that. I just don't understand why they don't. It's like they're spending so much money on this vast catalog, as of stuff. And it's, I'd say probably half of the people don't even use.
If I go to search something, I never go into any of that stuff on the side. If I'm going to look for a pair of shoes for me, I'm going to type in the basic information. I'm never going to go, I only want something that was made in China. I only want whatever,
right.
Leather upper soles.
Although people
care
do
about that
made in the USA, so maybe that's that's the reason for that.
Oh, good luck with that.
Let's
Nothing.
See. I was researching.
Things are.
Joanne says, I was researching a brooch and came across a seller from China that had 2,500 listings of brooches, all listed as Betsy Johnson crystals, just changing the shape. How do they get away with it? They won't for long. Someone will.
I called Courtney out on one of her videos because she was showing a bin video, and she picked up a plush, looked at it, and set it down. Well, it's a $50 plush. So I put in the comments. But when I went to look it up just to make sure, that it seemed like the right colors and to check comps, I found a Chinese seller who had it listed buy it now, right next to it, same exact picture. They were holding it. So you could see the arm. So it was a very distinct listing and had an auction going at the exact same. Maybe they have multiples of them, but
Yeah, it seems kind of
they get
fishy to
away with
me.
that kind of stuff.
They do for a little bit. But they end up getting shut down. I mean, I think so. And all it takes is for someone to, not tattle, but tattle. Just turn them, how do you say that? You make a complaint, but there's like, it's not a complaint.
Yeah, report.
That's it.
Yeah.
Report seller, and they'll get a pop-ups. They'll come up with,
Thank you.
What is it called? Counterfeit items, or, not appropriate, stuff like that. So report them.
Somebody sent me a message. Maybe it was Beth, but they said, don't ever look up these keywords. And it was, why? Why if you look up unicorn?
Look at Rebel's face. He doesn't even say anything.
Unicorn. You know what? When one of my boys was little, he was into werewolves. So one day he was on my computer and I went and looked. It was P. It was PORN. And he was, because he had looked up werewolves on eBay. It was bad.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh wait, I had a question. Have I ever been to the Chattanooga Bends? It's very, well, many years ago, Robert and I did a road trip and it was so small and it wasn't going to be worth our time. I don't know if they've got a new one and it's bigger and better. If anybody's been to the Chattanooga Bends, let me know. But yeah, for the drive that it would be for us, it would end up having to be an overnight thing. And if it's going to be the small one that I remember, it wasn't worth it.
Sorry, I'm making noise.
Yeah. Anybody still selling on Facebook Marketplace? Because I quit.
I did make a couple sales right when I threw some stuff on. What was it? Those blowy uppy things. The yard.
Oh yeah, the
plug-in yard dealing with Bob's. I sold those for great money and quick. But that's it. No other eBay stuff. I'm done with it. Or not eBay, Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook, yeah.
Done with it. I don't even know if that's like, that seems to me, even looking on there when I'm just looking for stuff, I don't really go on there but I go on like Marketplace for local. It just seems like the stuff that's not local is scams anyways. So it's just, they don't have a very good handle on that site, huh?
No, and it's
platform.
Yeah, a whole lot of
I don't think they created it for resellers, to tell you the truth. I think they created it for,
I think
stuff.
I think it was just kind of
selling a picnic table. Come get it. Yeah,
and that's still what we use it for. It's just like bigger stuff, local.
Oh yeah, it was Beth, because she says the second she told me not to look it up, of course I looked it up.
Yep.
There was something. There was a big doll I bought at a yard sale, and I showed it to you guys. But when I was looking up, because it was something that had the word girls in the title, it was a girls doll. The minute you type in girls, you're gonna get
anime, risque. Yeah.
Which I thought you couldn't sell any of that real risque stuff on eBay, or like all of the other junk. Stuff. I've seen some funky stuff. Tell you what.
Yep. And it never fails. If I search something and I've got too many keywords, does anybody get this? I get a whole bunch of hats from Japan. It'll be something weird like, Mickey Mouse plush, Walt Disney, right. Not even that, just something more obscure. But the only thing I get that shows up in my thing is the same Japanese anime hats with the same model's face. And it'll be entire page of them.
Huh.
See, I just noticed that if I add too many, like you said, too many keywords, you just get a bunch of, you don't get anything. I try to limit to that's what I don't understand about eBay, because their search function is crap.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Like, I hate to be like that, but it's really junk. And so we're doing all this back end stuff. It's probably making it junkier.
I almost
Just
wish
saying.
you could use hashtags, like, because there are places like Instagram and stuff. You do hashtag and you get everything that has that
Right.
hashtag.
But you know,
You know?
the problem with that is people aren't responsible with their hashtagging. And so they'll
Yeah.
hashtag stuff that's not, you
Man.
know, that has happened to me before. I have stinking, you know, said something with something and then bought it and realized, oh, it was like, you know,
Yeah.
jerks.
True.
Yeah,
That's why.
that should be, yeah.
You know, that's why, because they tag so much other stuff that doesn't have anything to do with it. If people could just tag what they have,
Right.
you know, that would be great. But you get somebody with 75 tags that resemble something that goes with their item.
True.
Yeah. I think NC Flipper Picker Dave just got and somebody, I guess he listed something like in the style of like Beth is putting there, and somebody called him on it and told him you can't do that. You know, that's actually keyword spamming.
It is. It's terrible.
Yeah, in the style of or like or any of that, don't do it. If the best is eBay will just take it down or somebody will report it. The worst is you get a Vero because, you know, you're using something that you shouldn't be. Courtney, were your ears burning? Because I was talking about you here a minute ago. and here she comes. I was telling them about your little Calvin and Hobbes cat. You just kind of tossed off to the side.
Okay, so then I got a comment on my Poshmark on one of my somebody made a bundle and then they left a message and it said, hey, I saw they created a bundle with my item. Okay.
Right.
Send a message that said, hey, I saw you liked a piece from Ralph Lauren. I think you can definitely find that cheaper. I've had luck through joingently.com. It shows the best things from Poshmark and the other big resale sites. Now, that is to me is weird. First of all, I've never heard of it and I don't know what it is, but why is that allowed?
I know. I get a lot of
so
spam.
It's like creating bundles and weird stuff. So that's personal. They're actually like, you know, coming into, I mean, they're singling me out. I don't think it's just and they actually have to go in and create a bundle and then send the message. Wondering a bot could probably do that, but still, it's weird, isn't it? Is it strange?
Is it like a spam?
Yeah, it's from a girl. It's from somebody, and
so it might actually be somebody, or
they have no listings. So, you know what I mean? Like the person that sent it has no listings or no sales or nothing. So therefore, that tells me. But that's even weirder. So they're spamming the site with their site stuff. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, they probably have something to do with that site, and they're trying to get you to come over.
My question is, right? Does anybody know? Has anyone heard of joingently.com?
I'm thinking you don't even want to even.
I don't know. Don't search it, right? So watch out, guys. Joingently.com. I just say that like 3 times. No.
Yeah, Madeline, I get that all the time.
Look, Miss Vintage Spice. She said, comments they advertise their own closet. Oh, just classy.
Yep. Oh, Robert, look at him. What was that site, Lori?
Join.
Well, I mean, it sounds like it's somebody that'll make a comment to your YouTube video and they'll say, "Oh, I love this video. Just subscribe. Check out my channel." I'm like,
yes.
First of all, you didn't subscribe. Even if you did, if you're not doing anything that I'm interested in, then I mean, it'll be just some random thing, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but you see that I'm about books here, so
yeah.
You know what?
I get tons of people trying to get me to let them put a snip in front of my videos.
I got a toy.
Nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah.
Robert says that site actually used to be Wearloom. WEARLOOM.
Hmm.
But it actually might be a legit site. I don't know though.
So I'm gonna give you girls a toy bolo that I sold 2 of them this week, and they're called Magic Attic dolls. They're like not knockoff, but they look like the American Girl dolls. They're that size, and they have the books and the stuff. And I sold 2 this week, each for $150 each.
And where'd you get them? From that
Be
same
on the
place?
lookout from from the stuff.
Ooh.
From the stuff. And they were, they still had their box and some stuff, but yeah, Magic Attic dolls.
Now, did their tags say that or their head say that?
They're well, they were in their box, but they do
Okay.
have on there, they do have tags, and there is something on their back. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I know what you're saying. So in case you don't find them in the box.
Yeah. She looks very, yeah.
They're weird looking. And listen, if I would have picked it up out of the box, I probably wouldn't have grabbed, you know what I'm saying? They just look kind of odd. They feel weird. They feel almost porcelain, to tell you the truth, but they're plastic. So,
Huh.
but
I've
yeah,
never seen them.
I grabbed a couple of them, like, okay, let's see, we'll throw these on together. And then I was looking them up. I'm like, oh wow, okay, well, had some discoloration on some of their little shoes from being in the box for so long. But all of the accessories I had, like a little ballet bar, it was so cute. So cute. Remind me of my daughter and her American Girl stuff when she was little.
Mm-hmm.
They're cute.
I love finding American Girl. Although, you know what?
Yes.
I found one and I must have it overpriced because I've had it a couple of months and it still hasn't sold.
Oh, it's coming up on Christmas, though.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself.
Mm-hmm.
And Robert says it's a search aggregator for used items sites like eBay and Poshmark and etc.
Yeah, that's what it said. It was like you can find all of the stuff on there. I mean, but it's just weird to do it on there.
Yeah, on the item
Yeah.
that you're trying to sell.
Yeah, a little strange.
Yeah.
A little strange. But okay, well, at least it's not, a scam site, right? So
Or worse.
that's honestly what I thought, or worse, right? That's what I thought it was, to tell you the truth, that it was like some kind of stay away from it. So it was a warning, but okay. So it looks like Robert looked it up.
Yes, of course. Oh,
I just wonder if anybody, I really wondered if anybody else got any, just be on the lookout on Poshmark for any of those weird messages, guys. I'm not
I
sure.
just realized that you can look at comments. I mean, like in the last month, that you can look at comments on Poshmark. I have a lot of comments.
I have a lot.
And some that were probably things I should have responded to, but it was like months ago.
You know what? There's not a very good communication line on Posh. So I go through it too. I end up seeing stuff like this poor guy. So Posh doesn't allow you to return for fit, right? This guy ordered a jacket. I sent it out. Right when I sent it out, he emailed me and he's like, oh my God, I bought the wrong size. I'm so sorry. Can I, return, or can I cancel my order? I said, well, I shipped it out. Once you get it, just send it back to me. And I had to let, in the thing, let him know that it's okay for him to send it back for size. However, or for fit. Go ahead.
But didn't you say Poshmark has to pay for returns? Or do they end up charging you if you agree to a return?
No, they take care. I don't know how they take care of it, but it doesn't come out of my pocket. What was I going to say?
Sorry.
There's air up here. No, something's floating. I know it's somewhere. Crap. What was I saying?
The guy. You had to let Poshmark know that you agreed to the return.
Well, okay, so that's what I'm saying. So when I went back into my messages and stuff, there had been a couple there that it's like, if I wouldn't have saw that, I would have felt really bad because they probably wouldn't have let him return it. He would have been stuck with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there was a couple other messages that I feel like I should have known. I wonder if anybody else knows if there's any kind of notifications besides just the regular, there's just nothing on there that like eBay has a message center,
I had to turn off notifications.
I feel bad about those.
I turned off notifications
because everybody
of the dad on live.
because of the likes. Yeah. And the live too.
The
Person you like
live.
is doing a live. Yeah. Crazy.
I had to turn them off, so I don't know what else to do. I don't know
So
if
I'm
you can
wondering.
send them out.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a way that we can get notifications without having, because I can't have those on either, because if somebody likes stuff, it's ding. But there's too much activity because I'm sharing all the, it's too much activity on my Poshmark to have notifications on. It'll just drive you insane, for sure. But I'd like to know if people are sending messages so I can,
Right, it ought to be a separate
facilitate. Well, I would hate it. That guy spent $50 on a code and he did it. He literally messaged me right away, so it was totally okay. And he was like, "I'm so sorry. I don't know why I did this. It's not going to fit me. I'm a 40, not a 44. It's too big." And I'm like, "No problem." But those are things that are important, and I think we should be aware of, right? Like right away, that Posh should give us some kind of a mailbox that just mailbox dings, right? Just email dings, something.
Trying to go through the messages. Best sold 2 mugs. Yay. Let's see.
You're welcome, Annette.
Ooh. Holly said she found a witch doll in her death pile from last year when she went to check comps. It was worth $250. Don't you love those finds?
Wow.
eBay email notifications, Rhonda. Okay.
I need to get Robert to go through them.
I wonder if the questions come if I get an alert on my.
I know I'm still getting at least the messages that says you've got an offer and you've sold. But yeah, it would be nice if I could figure out to get any comments in my messages.
Yeah, because it does. I think we could close more sales also if they were, really, because I do. There was some, and they're not ridiculous questions, but geez, they're just too old. I would feel so bad answering them now. Like, sure they've moved on. I'm going to do that though. I'm going to go on to the email and maybe just get those, see if I can get those.
And when you figure it out, make it short.
I will. I will let you know.
Yeah.
Because I am done with those notifications like that too. And it is worse with the lives. The lives make it 1,000 times worse.
I still get the bzz on my phone for everything, and it's constant with Poshmark. Probably that's why my phone keeps dying so quickly during the day.
There you go.
It's always giving me dumb notifications.
All right, guys, I'm going to do this week. I'm going to actually do it tonight. I'm going to put together a what sold because there's some really cool stuff I want to share with you guys.
Awesome.
Yes. Oh, and now Holly made a comment, and I just got this too. There's a new messaging system on eBay, and if you choose to go into the new one, it's like bubbles, and it's like text messages back and forth. It's not just the one message and then you respond, and if you want to look at others, it piles it up like a text message, which is really nice. So if you see one, this is one that I would suggest you go ahead and change your messaging to the new.
Okay.
I did opt in for it, but I haven't gotten any messages since I opted in.
So, well, I haven't seen it. Where would it be, guys?
It just pops up for me.
I got one thing popped up that told me.
Or no, I think it came in a message. Check your messages and scroll down and see if you got it. Like a couple days ago, maybe.
Oh, I got somebody else's videos talking to me in the background. Robert, come down here. I don't know where it is.
You've got something else on another device?
Yeah.
Ruh-roh. I don't see it. Maybe I could search it, Lizzie.
I don't know. I think I just got it a day or two ago, and it was in my messages, as I recall, or notifications or something. Let me see if I can go back and find it.
Oh, it's that moderator girl from Courtney's channel. What's her name? She sells hard goods. No, I can't find it. I got somebody else's video going in my ear.
Is that bad?
Yeah. I like listening to her, but
Just not with.
not while I'm doing my live.
Probably have another window open.
He's going through them right now. That's hilarious.
We're introducing a new modern messaging experience.
Oh,
Oh,
there
did you
she is.
Okay, good.
What's her name? Give her a shout out. Be carried away.
Oh, I like
She came
her.
into-
I like her. I like
I
her.
do
She
too.
gets some great finds. Yeah, she finds some good stuff, and she pays up for stuff. I love it. I love the stuff she takes chances on. I do.
Yeah, no, Carrie. I guess somehow I clicked on something and her video just kept going because I had stalled her. I gotta finish. Gotta finish. That's how we learn, right?
Grow your brand and improve your business.
Let's see. What did Courtney responded to somebody?
Would you like me to fight?
Yeah,
Well,
let me finish.
since you asked.
Oh, this is bad.
Hilarious. Oh my goodness.
funny.
Hey, Shannon, messages page. Okay.
We don't keep ours plugged in a lot of times.
Would you like me to fight?
Don't like her listening.
Oh, that's funny.
We have our Googles on. Every room in our house has a Google Pod. So yeah. That way I can say right now, I can say her name and I'll say, Robert, I need you down here. And yeah, that was funny.
In the top of the message.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that is where I found it too. Yes. If you go into your messages, maybe on your desktop, it was at the top somewhere.
okay. I don't see
Oh, maybe it was
just
on my
says-
phone.
Oh, shit.
What is change settings? Let me see what that says.
Change settings. I see that.
No, I don't think that's it. That's just what type of messages you want.
Maybe it's not available for me just yet.
Maybe it was on my phone. Let me go look
Yeah,
at my
you know
phone.
how they do stuff. They just like
Gonna
Put it
roll it
out.
out. Yeah, maybe you
right.
haven't gotten it yet.
Because I mean, look, I had to switch to the new listing thing 6 months ago, guys, or something
Oh.
goofy. Remember?
See, now on my phone, I have up here in the corner classic view.
Ah.
So I could go back, but right now mine is bubbles.
I don't
So
see
I
it.
think
My
that's
phone's
where it
dying. I'll have to go check it in. Okay, I'm going to find it. I
Yep.
will find it.
That was funny, Beth. All right, it's lunchtime, ladies.
All
It was a
All
quick
right,
2
girls.
hours. Quick 2 hours.
I
It
know
was a
I'm
good
not running off of here to go eat because I snuck half of an avocado in the middle.
Ooh,
I saw
that's
it
one of
on
my
your-
favorites. Yay.
Oh, I was wondering why I'm not starving. Usually I'm like, see you later.
I'm making chili today.
Oh, it sounds good too.
I'll be older when I see you next week. Having a birthday.
Aw,
Oh,
happy
happy birthday.
birthday.
When is your birthday, Liz?
You can wait
When
and
is
tell
it?
me next week because it'll just be the next day after.
So it's the Monday.
Oh,
The 1st of November. So
My
we're back,
daughter is the 2nd.
back here on the 2nd, right? So that'll be your daughter's birthday.
Yep, little Bella.
All
Little
right.
Bella.
yay.
I was going to go up
November.
real quick. I was going to go up and visit her because their 21st birthday. And I'm like, just going to go show up and hang out with her. Do you know that child was like, oh, you want to
I have two
Right.
kids. I have
Everything
two
to do
kids,
and chat with mom.
That's
I
it.
have-
She's good.
2 kids and 2 ex-husbands and a current husband who all have birthdays in November.
Oh, wow.
Can you
wow.
believe 3 marriages and they're all November? I should have
wow.
learned. All right,
goodness.
guys. See you next
Bye,
week.
guys. See you
All
next
right,
week.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.